All right, XanGo Nation, it's Ryan Anderson coming to you live. You guys wouldn't have it any other way, right? Live from Lehi, Utah, here at the corporate office, and it is another gorgeous XanGo day here. Wow, so many exciting things happening. It seems like we were just here yesterday. We are. We will be here again tomorrow, and Saturday, and Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then that Thursday again. You guys are going to get so tired of me, but there's so many exciting things. I cannot wait to show you everything, and it just keeps happening and happening. Like today, I had the wonderful privilege of being with our wonderful founder and CEO, Aaron Garrity, and the beautiful Beverly Hollister, another one of our favorite founders, and Yoko Little heading up our marketing and new product development. We had a wonderful sneak peek at some incredible things that are going to be coming to you guys at convention. They're already obviously working on those things. I can't even sit in my chair. I am so excited with all of the things that are happening. All of the things are coming. It's crazy. I don't know how we're going to do it in the 350 some odd days this year to be able to get you guys everything that we're going to be rolling out, but we are going to take it slow. We're going to take it consistent so that you guys can ramp up your businesses. You guys can get amped and excited about the future because there are a lot of great things going on. So without further ado, I'm going to kick off our weekly webinar training. This is our Thursday night weekly webinar training. For those of you who joined us last night or had a chance to listen to the recording of what we rolled out, the My XanGo Builder and some of the tools that are involved with that last night, some incredible things. But tonight what we're talking about is I'm going to actually weave in the plan, the power of three, and how we're using these tools. But before I do so, I really want you guys to understand something. This isn't just opening up the floodgates, throwing a lot of exciting new things at you guys with promotions and tools and messaging and videos and new products and trips and all of those fun things, rank advancement bonuses. It's not about throwing all of those things out at you at once. I want you guys to know that there is a common thread here. All of these things are geared towards helping you build a legacy, helping you guys build a future, helping you guys build a legacy, helping you teams build a legacy, helping us create this legacy company that we have all come to love that we call XanGo, the XanGo lifestyle. And so tonight I think it's important that I'm going to show you a part of the tool, the My XanGo Builder. I'm going to walk you through that and how that actually plugs into the power of three. And we're going to do that all in 30 minutes. We're going to have some fun doing it. And you guys know me, I absolutely love quotes, so I'm going to start off with one of my favorite is, if you don't know where you want to be in 5 years, you're already there. This is such for me, coming back home to XanGo, this was something that was so important for me to understand the future and where we are going and where we're going as a company and how we all play a role in that. And so tonight, when you guys finish this webinar, and I know that we've got a conference call after this, some of us, to do this, but tonight, before you close your eyes, before you lay your head down, before you go to bed tonight, I want you to sit down and vision where you're going to be in 5 years. Because I already know, because of the incredible founders and the amazing executive team here at XanGo, where I'm going to be in the next 12, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years because of what they're rolling out and what they're putting in place and how they're putting it in place and their vision. They're talking 20 years down the road, and we're working on things and putting things in place to be able to give us that foundation to do that. But what I want you guys to vision tonight before you go to bed is where you're going to be in 5 years. Because I can guarantee you, if you wake up tomorrow morning without a plan or without a vision or without a goal or without a dream, guess what? You're, as John Maxwell says, one of those complacent people who are already dead. They just haven't made it official yet. Make a plan. Focus on that. That's what the power of three is all about. The power of three is to help you give yourself a roadmap, not only for your businesses, but for your personal growth and for your personal development. You know, you guys are listening listening on this webinar tonight because you're leaders. You wouldn't be taking time out on a Thursday night if you wasn't a leader. You're already a leader. We need to get your title to match your potential. We need to get your paychecks to match your potential. But we need to, as we work on putting together the legacy, that life, that legacy, that dream, that path, that passion is right here. It's all wrapped up within the power of 3. You guys have seen this. You're going to continue to see this, the 8 steps. And as we start rolling out some of these tools, we will be modifying this and adding in some of the tools into this so that it makes it simpler and easier to roll this down. Now, the one thing that I will say is as we're rolling out these tools and we've rolled out the roadmap and we rolled out the plan and we start adding things to it and enhancing it and making it better and stronger and better and stronger and better and stronger, I want you guys to understand that this is something that is fluid. This is something that's always consistently going to be growing and getting better. So as we add things and we add in the personal development tools that are coming into this, you know, something that's so important and something that is so close to all of the founders' hearts. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to plug into and listen to Joe's positive ends, but personal development is who this company is. I truly believe that XanGo is a personal development company with an opportunity attached. And so as we start rolling out some of those tools and some of those things here, this is where we'll be doing. But this is our roadmap, and this is what we're planning. And the power of 3 is why when I stand up and say that we're going to be bigger and better and stronger and do more 3 to 4 times more than the next 12 years than what we did in the past 12 years, I can say that with confidence because guess what? We have a plan. We have a vision. We have a focus. We know where we're going to be in 5 years. We know that we're started and we know that we're not there, but we know that we're growing and we're there and we're on that path and we're on that way because of the power of 3, because of you leaders, because of you guys being on this call tonight, because of you guys being here on this webinar. I know where we're going. I know what future we have because of the power of 3, because of the leadership that's leading this company internally, and because of you leaders that are leading the way in the field. And so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to walk you through the XALO 3D, the 3-day give 3 away. This is not something new. This is not something that is that's out there. That's you know, you guys have already seen this, right? And when we rolled out the power of the 3, I spent a lot of time talking about looking at the analytics, not only of XanGo over the last 12 years, but of our industry, this industry that's been around for decades and decades and decades, going back and looking at the fundamentals and looking at the analytics and looking at how can we implement a foundation, a roadmap, a plan to help you guys find success, to help you guys create success, and help you guys create that success and pass that success on to other people. And so the XALO 3-day Give 3 Away program, the sampling program, is something that is fundamental. The other day I was listening to one of my mentors with this industry talking about, you know, people keep coming up to him and asking him about, you know, how are you so successful? How are you so successful? How do you do this? And he says, you know, he says people do not really want the answer. They don't want the answer. They want the answer to be some magical thing that he wakes up and he puts his, you know, pants on a different way than everybody else, and he eats a different breakfast, and you know he drinks something different, you know, whatever. They're looking for some like magical formula. He says they don't truly want to know the answer. But he says the answer is figuring out what the fundamentals are, getting good at the fundamentals and plugging into the fundamentals, and then being consistent at implementing the fundamentals day in and day out. That's the reality. The reality is that the power of 3 is the fundamentals, and part of the power of 3 is a sampling program and handing out samples. So obviously the samples are our products. They're things that we become a product of. They're things that enhance our life from a healthier perspective. We've had people on these weekly webinar trainings, the WWTs, sharing their testimonies about how these products have not only helped them from a health benefit, but from being a better mother, from being able to smile again, from all aspects, being a better father. We hear it all the time about how these products are not only just helping people from a health perspective, but from a mental, from a spiritual, from a well-being perspective. We're hearing about how these products are doing it, and it all started with a sample. Somebody placed a sample in somebody's hand. They experienced it. This is getting bound to the foundation. So you could look at the sample program as both the products aspect of it, but it's also a tool. You know, Gordon Morton and I sat down when we were talking about the power of three, and one of the things he said is that the more samples you hand out, the more times you're duplicating yourself, the more that you're able to duplicate yourself, the faster and quicker you're going to grow. And so the 3 a day, 3 away, the sampling program is obviously a big part of what we're doing. And going back to one of my mentors saying, you have to get good at the fundamentals and consistently do the fundamentals. So let's talk about how the 3 a day, give 3 away, the sampling program actually plugs into what we rolled out last night, which is the XanGo Builder, which is the AMP toolkit. The AMP toolkit, because obviously there's some more things coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, before I place the sample in somebody's hand, I'm going to go in and I'm going to set up my XanGo Builder. I'm going to set up my profile. I'm going to set everything up, and again, on a training on Tuesday, I'll teach you how to do that on Tuesday. But tonight, I want to walk you through how I'm going to place a sample with somebody using the XanGo Builder. So here's the dashboard. You guys seen this last night. If you guys didn't get a chance to see that, there's actually, and I'll show you this at the end of the webinar as well, you can go to XanGo.com, click on blog, go down to this screen. I'll show you really quickly. You can go down to the screen, get amped. You can click on there. The recording from last night will be on there. The recording from tonight is going to be underneath the WWT tab, but then the recording that we do tomorrow night and then on Saturday and on Monday and on Tuesday and on Wednesday will be all underneath this, underneath the buzz. Click on the buzz, go down to blog, all news, get amped is going to be at the top, and we'll be posting that. So tonight you'll be at the WWT webinar will be under the WWT. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my dashboard, and I'm going to click on the prospecting tab, which is going to bring down a host of tools that allows me to be a great prospector so that I can go out and I can prospect and I can share the XanGo lifestyle, the XanGo opportunity. Now remember, everything that we do and everything that we plug into here is taking somebody down a journey. That's what we're doing. We're making it so easy that a dog with a note in its mouth could do it, but it's not so easy that I can literally have somebody go to my website and they're going to sign up that second. Because think about it. It's all about a process. There's 3 things that when you're sharing the XanGo lifestyle with somebody, you're connecting people to 3 things. Doesn't make sense. It's that mental thing. Doesn't make sense. And then it has to, that's the mental part. And then there has to be that gut check. Does it make sense? But then can I feel that? Is it something that I can feel? Is it something that I could see myself doing? It's that gut check. And then there's the spiritual aspect of it. You know, it's that does it make sense? Can I do it? And is it worth it? You know, there's those 3 things that you have to take somebody through, and it's a journey. I shared some statistics with you guys the other night on the webinar about, you know, less than 2% of all sales happen on the first contact, and that's one of the biggest fallacies that happen within network marketing, direct sales, and it's been probably one of the biggest obstacles that's ever happened in our industry is that everybody thinks, hey, you know what, when somebody shared this opportunity with me for the very first time, I saw it and I signed up. Well, guess what? You were one of those 2%ers. 2%. The other 98% of us has to go through a journey. Some of you guys on this webinar or call or on the app tonight, you guys walk through a journey of people constantly giving you positive contact, giving you positive information, having positive experiences, so that when you've seen what I've seen, you've felt what I've felt, you've heard what I've heard, you're going to come to the exact same conclusion that I came to, that holy crap, this train is leaving the station and I want to be on it because I want to create a legacy with this company. Absolutely. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the prospecting tools, And then you're going to scroll down and you're going to click on the QR code builder. Because remember, on the samples, right underneath the products, there's a QR code that we've already added, and that was for a number of reasons. One, we wanted to make sure that we helped empower you guys with the message so that when you were sharing these, that you had it. Also, we rolled out these samples on March 3rd, 3-3, the power of 3, right? And so these tools were still being developed, and we knew that these tools were coming, but they weren't ready yet, and we want to make sure that they were 100% as we give those to you guys. And so that QR code that's on the sample will currently take you to this corporate site, which will take you to the Power of 3 video, and you can learn about these products, and it's where prospects that are going, and it's great. There's great reviews. It's a great video. And so, but right now they are currently going to the corporate site. What we want them to do is to go to your site. And the way that we do that is the QR code builder. And now I've had a lot of questions over the last 24 hours. I've had a lot of people texting me, a lot of people calling, a million emails, Facebook messages. I am so sorry that I haven't even got back to a tenth of you yet. I will, but probably one of the underlying questions that I was getting last night and today was, do I have to be tech savvy? Do I have to have a smartphone or a tablet? I don't have those things. Do I have to have that in order to be successful here? The reality is no. Do you have to have a computer? No, you could go to the library and use theirs. I'm not saying that. But these tools, the samples, they're physical. You can hand those out. You don't have to have anything that's technical for those. But these are a technical-based tool set. And so you don't have to have a smartphone or tablet. You can do everything, the entire system, the entire program with a computer. And so what we would do here is as we go in, we're going to create a QR code. What is a QR code? And a lot of people ask me, a lot of people will ask me, what is a QR code, and why would you use QR codes, and why wouldn't you just have a link there that somebody could type in the link, or a website that somebody could type into? You can do that because you'll have your own replicated websites. However, just in the last 8 months, the people adapting or moving to the QR codes has increased by over 700%. It's a lot like Facebook. When people said Facebook was just a fad and that it wouldn't last. Well, just probably about 8 to 10 months ago, Facebook now has more users than there are people in China. If Facebook was a country, it would be bigger than China. And people thought it was a fad. Same things with these QR codes. They're making it so that it's simple to share fast and simple information with people right there from their smartphone. So yeah, we are going to that because we're going to build a legacy together. We're going to be around for the next 30, 40, 50 years. And so therefore, we are going to be advancing and we're going to be growing. And guess what? You know what? 12 years from now, the tools that we're using and the tools that we're doing, we might be flying around in spaceships to go to Starbucks at their fly-up window. I don't know, but the reality is that this company is moving and shaking and growing, and we will be adapting and growing with it. And so right now, QR codes. So right here from the QR code screen, I can go in and based on, I can create the area of focus. So I'm going to create my very own QR code that I can put on a printable label. And you can go to your Staples, you can go to your Office Maxes. I'm not sure what's in Aussie land or in Canada, what your office stores are, but every one of them will have the accessibility to be able to have these little labels. They're just little printer labels. They can go in your printer, and you can print out your own QR code. You can even, if you don't want to put them on a label, you can even pull up the QR code on your screen and print out that screen and cut them out and do that if you want. Me, I say it's more professional to print out a label, but hey, you know what? Whatever works for you, and whatever works for you will work for your contacts because they know you. So again, these tools are yours to make your own. And so right here at the top of the screen, you're going to see Prospecting QR Code Builder. You're going to see two tabs. You're going to see the QR Code Builder, and then you're going to see the QR Code Help. Now, all along the process I shared last night, I showed you the system and how it supports and how it trains and how it will take you there. But all the way along the system, there's little help buttons. You could click on the QR code help, and it's going to walk you through and teach you how to do this. But right now you've got me, so I'm going to walk you through how to do this. So you've got an area of focus. So through the area of focus, you can say, I want the XanGo juice. I want the power of 3. I want the Elavive. You know, I want the new products that's coming out. Hint, hint. And so there's all of these things that you can do that you can plug into your areas of focus. What is it that you're focusing on? And then you can scroll down and you can say, okay, what information or what media content do I want? Then based on that, I can say when somebody scans the QR code, I can set it up that when they scan it, that it'll instantly play a video. It'll pop up after the video is done, a PDF, and then my contact information. So literally I can have a presentation right there built into the sample so that when I take the Your Best Day Yet sample and I put it in your hand and I ask you to scan the QR code, and I find it's really best that while you're sitting there with somebody and you're sampling them to actually show them how simple it is to scan the QR code. And a lot of times that means scanning the QR code and watching the video with them and showing them what the PDF is so that literally they can watch the video with you, they can go home, they can scan it, they can watch the video again, they can see the PDF. Excuse me, they can have your contact information there. It's all about doing that. But don't just be randomly handing out samples to people and saying, I hope they call me back. Qualify the sample. What I mean by that is you're going to get their name, you're going to get their number, you're going to get their email address. You're going to ask them, you're going to set the right expectation before you give them the sample that, hey, you know what, I'm going to follow up with you in 24 hours. I want to hear about your experience. The next version of the toolkit that we'll be rolling out in May will make this process even simpler. But for right now, when you print out your QR code and you put it on there, qualify them. Qualify them and say, I'm going to follow up with you. I want to know exactly how you felt. I want to hear about your best day yet, because you know what? Ever since I found this company, every one of my days have been my best day yet. And share that with them. And so right here from the QR code, I can select the media. I can select which video it is that I'm wanting. Like I shared last night, you can create a QR code around any product line that XanGo offers based on the videos, and then right there on the label you can write like a headline that's you know, you can use your own, you know, your own personality, like Your Best Day Yet with Ryan Anderson. You're going to love it. You know, then you can put a description in there. You can write and create whatever you want on that label. So if you see in the bottom right-hand screen where it's got the QR code and then there's a white blank space, whatever I type in the headline and whatever I type in the description text is what's going to show up in that white field there. So as I do that, I can literally do that. You know, as you're sending out, you know, if you're not, you know, sending out samples or you're not handing out samples, which we all are, right, because we're all doing the power of 3, but what if I'm mailing somebody something? You know what? Maybe you're somebody that writes a lot of letters and sends out a lot of mails or sends thank you cards to people. You can print out these labels as your return address, and you can say, Ryan Anderson, Lehi, Utah, blah, 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 blah. Hey, scan here to check out what I've been up to. Guess what? Now that thank you card, the return address has got my name, it's got my return address, it's got a QR code that like literally it says, oh, I want to see what Ryan's been up to. I can scan the QR code and see what Ryan's been up to. See how great that is? It just makes it so easy to do that. And then when I scan the video, instead of going to the corporate site, what I'm going to see is the video, whatever video I did. This is a screenshot that I just pulled up from the video off of here. This is the Power of 3 video that we have out right now. This is there. So if you look in the top right-hand screen, you see my smiley face, you see my name, you see my contact information, you see my email address. It's right there. And then there's 2 tabs on the live version that actually allows you to buy now, join now. So literally somebody from the video that you shared with them through that QR code, could literally buy the product right there from your replicated website, or they can join your business right from that replicated website. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the QR code builder. Now, let's do really quickly just a recap. How can I learn about the Get Amped trainings that are happening? Right here, I go to XanGo.com, click on the buzz, Get Amped. I can go there and see all of the recordings, see all of the upcoming events, see all of that's right there underneath the Get Amped. Obviously, this recording tonight is going to be on the WWT. Now, I've got 5 minutes to do some really fun things with you guys. So you guys have heard us talking about the iPads, Fortune and Fame, purchase the XALO 3D or the 3D Juice Pack, plug into the pan, sponsor 3 new distributors or 3 preferred customers during the month of March, and then we would do a drawing in April, do it again in April. We'll do another drawing in May. Those individuals win an iPad mini, and then we're going to take all of the participants who buy a XALO 3D Pack, 3D Juice Pack, bring in 3 new distributors or 3 new customers, and you can do this as many times as you want. The drawing that we did today, there were multiple entries from several of you, and a lot of you guys have done this. It was great. It was fun to see all of the names going into the hat. March, April, May, all 3 qualifiers, all of those qualifiers for all 3 months will then go into the hat for a drawing for 6 XanGo Rush tickets. 3-night suites, backstage passes, VIP seating. It is awesome. You guys are not going to want to miss Rush. You guys, if you haven't got your XanGo Rush tickets, these XanGo Rush tickets that we're giving away for this is literally for you to bring the 6 new team members that you're going, because I know that all of you have got your XanGo Rush tickets. I know that you've all got your bags packed already to go to Vegas. It is going to be one of the most phenomenal events of XanGo ever, and I know I keep putting pressure on the events and marketing team every time I say that, but I know with the content, with the training, with the motivation, with the inspiration, and with all of you guys being there, we are going to have the best event ever. And so, shut up, Ryan, and tell us. And the winner out of the drawing was, drum roll, that was horrible. Here we go. And the winner is Chris Call out of Dodge Center, Minnesota. Just won himself a brand new iPad mini, so he can now have the My XanGo Builder app on his iPad mini. Congratulations, Chris Call. Congratulations to all of you guys who have participated. Make sure that you guys are plugging in, doing this. We'll have another winner during the for the month of April that we'll draw in May. Congratulations, Chris. Excited for you. You guys are doing great. It's fun to see all of your activity and on your team. Now, the other promotion we have running, we did a 9-month promotion that ends in November to go on one of the greatest experiences, greatest trips of the company's history. Live the life you deserve. Where? The Mexican Riviera. Who? You. How? Tune into XanGo.com/paradise. When are we going? We are going in January. I went through the list. We've literally, I think we've got about 40 or so trip qualifiers. I'm not 100% on the exact number. We're only into this, a month and a half when we've already got some trip qualifiers. I pulled out some names off of that list tonight because I wanted to recognize some of those people. Some of you guys are asking, hey, when can I see the points? How can I see the trip points? We will have those up on XanGo.com/paradise. I talked to Sam Glancer right before this webinar. They will be up next week, so stay tuned. We'll have those point listings up there. But I just wanted to do some honorable mentions because I always say that when the leaders are engaged, the leaders are plugging in, the leaders are doing the activities, their teams will follow. So here we go. Here's some of the early trip winners are David and Keely Ray, congratulations, from Canada. Edward and Sandy Cohen from Las Vegas. Art and Terry Manville, also from Canada. Brenda Cook and Don and Janelle Crane. These are just some of the honorable mentions that are on the list of the people who have already earned a trip to the Mexican Riviera. Are you guys' names on the list? You'll find out. Hopefully you guys already know because of the activities that you're doing, how you're doing that. If you guys haven't learned how to do so, please go to the XanGo.com/paradise. Find out the details. We want this to be the biggest XanGo trip ever. So make sure that you guys are plugging in, doing that. I've got 1 minute left for 2 more slides, and I wanted to finish with this quote. The distance between your dreams and reality is called action. Take the action. We are putting all of these things in place. We put together an incredible roadmap. We put together an incredible plan. We've got the tools. We've got the training. We've got the personal development. We've got the products. We've got the leadership. We've got the company. And we've got the right time on our side. The timing is now. The distance between your dreams and reality is action. I know that every one of you on this call or webinar has a huge dream, a big goal, a huge why, because you're following the plan, the power of 3. The step number 1 is to define your why. So I know that you guys have dreams. Now we have to go out and we have to take action so that we can close that distance between our dreams and reality. John Maxwell in his book, Putting Your Dreams to the Test, also describes that the distance or the gap between your dreams and reality is disappointment. And I believe that with the power of 3, with the plan, with the system, with everything that we have in place, and with your leadership, we can bridge that gap so that we can take the disappointment out of people's lives and we can help them achieve their goals and their dreams. And I believe that if we do this correctly, that we will only challenge that we'll have is outgrowing our goals and dreams and replacing those with bigger and better. And so, with that said, it's your time. I know it's your time. I know the timing could not be better for you. And I know it's our time. There's no doubt in my mind. I wake up every morning with that drive and that vision because I know it's our time. And the time is now. We are creating the next big wave in XanGo's history. We are creating that next wave of XanGo. And I know that you guys are a part of it because you're on these calls. We're ready to go. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being on the webinar. And we'll have another webinar tomorrow night. So at 7 o'clock, go on to the XanGo.com to find out the details for that. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you for allowing me to do what I do. I get to live my dreams every day because of you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And we will chat very soon. Have a great night.